So after that, I decided some friends of mine were moving to San Francisco, and I didn't want to go back to New York. So I was like, you know what, that lifestyle just doesn't feel right now. So I'm going to go to San Francisco. And I moved out here, and one of my good friends was doing team and training, a guy named Victor. And he's like, you should totally join up. And I went out and met up with a bunch of his friends from team and training. We all went to drinks, as team and training people do. And they were like, you should totally be our honoree. And I didn't know what an honoree was yet. But they were like, you should totally join. And I was like, oh, that sounds great. I could be an honoree. And since then, I started doing, my first triathlon was last year. It was the fall Marin County Triathlon. And then about a month ago, I did Wildflower. So this will be my third triathlon, which is kind of cool. But now I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I both hate team and training and why I love team and training. And why I hate team and training is I hate being an honoree. I'm not going to lie. I hate the fact that I had cancer. I know a lot of the people that I meet, cancer survivors, they say it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. I'm not there yet, to be honest. I'm just not. I hope that I will be. Maybe, but it's okay that I still feel that way, because for me, life has completely gone on. I'm right back to where I was. I don't really ever think about it anymore. I think about it when I have to go every 6 months to a checkup. I think about it if I break out into a night sweat for whatever reason. That was one of my symptoms. I think about it when we have team and training exercises. It happens just to be in the shadow of the UCSF oncology ward, which is just bad coincidence. And then I think about it when I hear the stories of other cancer survivors. And every time, I'm sure when you guys do your trainings, everyone says, my honoree is this, and this person was in remission, and they've taken a turn for the worse. And I hate hearing those stories, because it immediately takes me back to the bottom of the mountain. And, for anyone who has ever, you guys have all done these climbs, and like the hardest hill you've ever had to do in your life, and you finally get to the top, if you had never climbed that mountain before, it probably didn't look that daunting. But now, if you've already climbed it, and then somebody told you have to go do that mountain again, that's a really hard thing to have to face up. So I personally I still hate hearing about it, because I hate that feeling that I get when I have to feel like I'm looking at the top of the mountain again. But at the same time, it's kind of also like why I love team and training, because it is actually really important that I remember that. And it's really important that I remember to it's almost like taking your medicine to some degree. You want to remember that feeling that you had, and how bad it was at the time makes being healthy now so much more magnificent. And if you're ever in a moment where you're feeling like tomorrow, and I know a lot of you guys are first timers and you haven't done this before, the fact that you're like doing this, and the fact that you're here, and the fact that you can feel pain in a good way, and the fact that you're struggling, and the fact that you're doing a triathlon is pretty awesome. And you don't have any idea how hard that is to be taken away until it's actually been done to you, until the idea of just doing laps around a hospital ward, maybe 1/100th of a mile takes you 2 hours, that you can't really realize like how special that is. So I don't really know what to do. This is my first inspirational talk. I don't really know what to give you to inspire you. But I will say this, just revel in the fact of how healthy you are, and that the fact that you're here, and savor the fact that you guys are able to, even if it takes you 1,000 hours tomorrow, however long it takes, I can assure you, you're going to complete it, and you're going to do great, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, because the fact is you're in Maui doing a triathlon, which is pretty great. So anyway, good luck. You're all going to do great. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Enjoy it.